Salute, salute, salute. It's your boy Gmo Legion of the Knicks. We're here to talk about the Knicks losing another one on a 4-game losing streak right before the All-Star break, losing to the Magic tonight, 118 to 100. Your man Jalen Brunson did all he could do, putting up 33 points off of 11 for 21 shooting, 5 for 8 from 3, 6 assists, had 20 points in the first quarter, which almost broke his personal high, I believe, his career high of 21 points in the first quarter or in a quarter. And the Knicks shot 41.7% from the field, shot a decent 37.9% from outside the three-point line, put up around 34 rebounds, the same as the Magic. So this is a hard-fought game right up until really the fourth quarter. Knicks just didn't have enough firepower for a team in the Magic who has beaten us two times already this season. Now it'll be three, beating us with Julius Randle, without Julius Randle, a team that was giving us just too many issues in terms of their bigs being able to attack the basket, the ball movement. We just couldn't do anything against this team. In the paint we suffered. I mean, it wasn't pretty. And with so many guys out, like, what do you want, Tom Thibodeau, what do you want this organization to do? You know, Orlando Magic put up 60 points in the paint, by the way. And you have guys like Pressure Achuiwa, Jericho Sims, no offense. Those were, Pressure Achuiwa had 14 rebounds today, 10 of them offensive. He tried his best today. 23 points, I believe. Did everything he could. And even Jericho Sims wasn't the worst. I wouldn't say he was great in the paint. But he was decent. 8 points, 8 rebounds. These guys are trying. He's crashing the boards. He did everything he could. But you just can't do anything. We have Donte out, who's essentially your de facto number 2 guy once everybody else was out. Once Julius Randle was out, became your de facto number 2. Was putting up points. Was averaging at least more than 20 points these past 5 games at the very least. Pretty sure. He's down. Isaiah Hartenstein is down with a Achilles injury. Not to mention, obviously, Mitch Robinson from the past. We don't even talk about him anymore. And Julius Randle. So many guys out. It's just and so many key guys out. And then not to mention OG Anunoby, who's been out with the elbow inflammation. Believing there's not much you can do. There's not much you could do against a team like the Magic, who, again, I do not want to see in the playoffs. The things I saw tonight, I'm not even necessarily too angry, right? We still got 27, I believe we got 27 games left for the season, 33 and 22. So that is 55. Yes, 27, if I could do some freaking basic math. Right now, not stuck, but in the 4th place with the 76ers right behind us. Again, I still think the 76ers are going to fall to 3-7 in the last 10. We're 5-5 out of the last 10, but 5-5, given the fact that so many guys are out. On the flip side, 76ers do have Embiid out, but they don't have, I don't think, as much, they didn't lose as much depth, if that makes any sense, than we did. Then the Bucks, obviously 2 games above us, but right now we're in a really weird, precarious position. Guys got to come back healthy for that second half push. But just to talk about the game today, I gotta say, man, this team tries. The team tries for the most part. Jalen Brunson is special. I don't care what no one says. The Magic are trying to double him up top very aggressively early on, trying to get the ball off his hands. He still put up 20 points in the first quarter. There was absolutely nothing they could do against him. And then in the second quarter, you start to see things percolate a little bit. Guys are starting to hit their shots. And if I could just get to my notes. One thing I like what Tibbs did was kind of use pace, use some steals, but also use pace to kind of catch the Magic off guard. Again, we don't have the talent, so what you can do is use pace against a team, try to push the tempo at times. It wasn't always just trying to push the tempo, but we see him do it against older teams this season. The 76ers he did it against, the Nuggets he did it against, but this team, Magic, they just had too much firepower. Even with Suggs out, they just had too much firepower for us. There's really nothing we could do. But in the second quarter, we started to percolate a little bit. I thought Pressure Achuiwa did a really good job on the boards. Obviously, the 14 rebounds. Another thing I like that I saw from Pressure Achuiwa, he can run the pick and roll a little bit. This is a guy, and I'm talking about as a ball handler. I'm not talking about as the role man. Pressure Achuiwa, and I put this on. Pressure Achuiwa has the grace of the Thanasis Antetokounmpo, but like the touch in the paint of Nene. If y'all remember Nene, we drafted him, traded him from Antonio McDyess. Played for I think he was with the Nuggets and he was with the Rockets. I know he's definitely with the Rockets for a little bit. But Pressure Achuiwa, I gotta give him credit, man. 23 points today. Played very well on the boards. Was aggressive in the paint when he had his opportunities. He kind of, I don't say bullied, but he had one play where he kind of pushed into Paolo Banchero for the layup, spun and did this right-handed kind of hook shot layup thing to finish on Paolo once he got positioning. Gotta give it to Precious and give it to Tom Thibodeau. Whatever y'all want to say about Tom Thibodeau, he always seems to get a lot of impact from his bigs. He gets the most out of his bigs. Jakim Noah, quasi MVP level player. Julius Randle. Now, granted, I'm not saying it's just on Tiz, but Julius Randle can also say he's played some of his best basketball under Tom Thibodeau. Right? Mitchell Robinson was playing at an elite, for what he was good at, Hall of Fame level this season before he got hurt. And you can just go down the line of bigs that Tom Thibodeau has been developing. Hart on this team as well too. So Tom Thibodeau knows how to develop and get the best out of his bigs. And when I saw that your man ran a pick and roll with Sims, he ran it twice. I want to say he finished once and then he tried to pass out another one. I gotta go see a film again, but I'm pretty sure he ran two of them from the right wing. I was like, yo, hey, Precious running the pick and roll. So, and I'm not saying he didn't do it the Raptors, but I didn't hear about him doing that with the Raptors. Just put it like that. I know he's working with his three-point shot 1 year and whatnot, but he really did not. I didn't see this game in Precious true with the Raptors, so it's nice to see him playing with some confidence again. You need the depth. Even if everybody comes back healthy, you know how guys get hurt. You know how Tibbs likes to sometimes use spot minutes for certain players. You saw it last year in the playoffs with McBride, so ain't no telling how Precious may pan out, even if, glory be to God, guys are healthy for the playoff run. But yeah, tonight, man, it was tough. Alec Burks, it'd be nice to see you play sometime. Yeah, man, Alec Burks, man, he just has this bobblehead play about him. I don't know what it is, man. He's a streaky player. He only had one turnover today, so it's not as bad as his first game here. And also, too, Bojan Bogdanovic is also hurt, too. I'm forgetting about him. A guy who actually ate a little bit against that Rockets game in the second half, put up 15. Of course, he's out. So many damn players out, man. It's ridiculous. But today, man, key guys. I mean, McBride struggled. Alec Burks struggled. Josh Hart, he struggled as well today too, man. It was just nothing this Knicks team could really do offensively outside of Jalen Brunson and Precious Achuiwa. But when you're looking at this team, and it's like we're looking at the depth of depth. I'm looking at the guys at the end of the bench who really aren't supposed to be getting this amount of playing time. Not saying they're not supposed to be getting any, but you don't look at them and say, hey, they could carry. And you don't look at them and say, this guy could carry my team. And this brings me back, right? And we talk about this ad nauseum. This is where you expected one of your draft picks to come through. One of your draft picks to blossom in a situation where everybody's hurt, but it's Brunson and the young kid. Or whichever young kid and Randle. Whichever young kid and, Donte. They can hold it down until guys get healthy again. Right? That dynamic player who's been developing for the past few years. If I look at this team and say, maybe if Maxi's here, do we lose this game? Maybe we do. I'm just putting it out there. Maybe it's a closer game, right? If Maxi's here, do we lose this game? If Halliburton is here, do we lose this game? Even if freaking Jalen Johnson is here, do we lose this game? I'm just putting it out there. And I think that, sometimes that draft strategy, Obi Toppin, hurts you. Now, IQ, I thought was obviously is a good pick. And we could go down the line. Grimes, maybe not Grimes, but there was a later first round picks. But your lottery pick, Obi, that's a guy that you're supposed to keep and help build for the future, and then maybe trade him off for that big star. But you look at the team now, but we trade our young players, and we still don't have that big star. Now, again, am I killing the team in terms of trading for OG Anunoby? You didn't give him much for him. When you look at Grimes going to the Pistons, obviously Bojan, a healthy Bojan, and even Alec Burks, I think adds more value than Grimes at this point. So I'm not complaining about those draft picks, but that Obi Toppin pick hurts because you gave him up for 2 seconds. He's contributing on the Pacers, but he's not this game changer in the Pacers. He wasn't game changer for the Knicks. So that was almost like a throwaway pick. So just to bring that up again, man, when we look into this draft coming up, you need to not necessarily draft for the dynamo guy, but you need to draft for a young player who can produce, and that in these certain situations where guys are hurt, you're going to have an older team, and those guys could step up in these games and produce and maybe make it a close game because we need these games. You talking about losing to the Rockets yesterday, and freaking bum ass, excuse my language, freaking Ed Malloy and what's that guy's name? Gason, whatever that stupid ref's name is. Now everybody's seen how bad of a call it was. Salute to all the people calling out Monica McNutt, Kendrick Perkins, point out how terrible the call was. Even Shannon Sharp, I saw a clip with it. He's on ESPN. They're pointing out like that was a terrible call. You cannot allow that call to dictate the game in a close game. So this game it hurts because, or I guess sorry, the Rockets game hurts a little bit more because you had to have that game because Rockets are not a good team right now. They're in 11-12 spot in the West. They're struggling, and you win that game to kind of say, okay, we can lose this game that we lost to the Magic. So it kind of sucked. But yeah, for what I was watching, man, it just, Paolo Banchero shooting at one point, he was perfect from the field. He was like 7 for 7 from the field. He was hitting all his threes. And that's the future NBA. These big wings who could run the floor, could facilitate, these interchangeable guys that you could put them in a post. I could put them to operate an offense from the top of the key, from the wing. They can attack, they can shoot. And Paolo Banchero's been, he's been one of those guys where he's been struggling with his three-point shot, and so he's more of a rhythm guy at this point. And he absolutely murdered the Knicks, talking about, oh, you see how back. I don't want to see the Magic. They have way too many things that can attack our weak spots too effectively. Right now, granted, we got OG Anunoby, so maybe a healthy OG Anunoby maybe changes that outlook. But right now, man, with how we play, yeah, the Magic gonna be a tough team, man. And I gotta give it to Jamal Mosley and the Magic. Again, I like the organic builds, but I'm not one of these guys that just tanks and tanks and tanks. I'm not about that. But, Wendell, they have good depth. Wendell Carter. Obviously, Suggs is out too. But Wendell Carter, Cabal could shoot from the outside. Obviously, Paolo Banchero is their star player. But Franz Wagner, big wing, who could shoot from outside. He had 21 points tonight, 7 for 13 from the field, 1 for 4 from 3, 3 rebounds, 6 assists. But he moves so well without the ball. Very unselfish player. Very, very heady type of player. Wendell only had 9 and 6, but again, baby jumper, very soft touch around the rim. Yeah, and even Anthony Black was able to contribute a few times. He had a really nice pass on the inside, even though he didn't really kill us tonight. 2% from the field, only 4 points. So it was really annoying. And then Mo Wagner, of course, is your man. Wally Zerbiak could not get over his dirty plays. Mo is a dirty player, but those are the type of guys you would love a Mo Wagner on the Knicks right now. With everybody hurt. Now, granted, Ihart's supposed to be your number 2 center, right? And now you have Sims, and even Sims got hurt. So your number 3 centers was even getting hurt at one point. Depending on pressure, too, and Sims would kind of hold you down. Obviously, Mo Wagner, probably there's no space for him here. But those type of players you want. Dirty players, gonna go out there, play rough, play dirty. Give you a few points, few easy points, rebound a little bit, even though he only had 2 rebounds. But yeah, it's just tough. It's almost impossible to come out victors in these type of games where everybody's shooting like trash. The guys who are here, Burks, shooting 5 for 16 from the field. It's just impossible. Brunson cannot do it by himself. They were sending doubles on him. This guy was trying to split the defense. When he did find a few cutters to the basket. I have it too. Pressure 2-2, moving well off the ball. There's a few times where when Brunson was able to attack deeper into the paint, and it wasn't a pick and roll, but your man Achuiwa actually rolled to the basket, gave him a target in the paint. Kind of opened up the offense a little bit. That was when we were teaming between like the 8, 10, 12 point deficit, but never could break through from there. Never could. So again, lessons to be learned, man. Brunson can't do it by himself. Pressure Chua can run the pick and roll a little bit. We were supposed to have a draft pick that panned out for times like this. A guy that we can look forward to for the future, even if he's not a 1A type of player, like your girl Becky Hammond said on Brunson. Even if he's not a 1A type of player, somebody that you could depend on, compared with one of your star players while everybody else is getting healthy. But what other team has your starting wing, your starting forward, your backup wing, your starting center, your backup center, and then your go-to knockdown shooter. Right now is your 2 guard, Donte Divincenzo. That's 6 key guys out. 6 key guys out. You can't survive in this league. So hopefully guys will get better. Guys will get healthier after the break. There is some positive news. Julius Randle, at February 1st, he was said that he'll be evaluated in 2 weeks. right now is around-ish 2 weeks. So I'm assuming after the All-Star break, or it's going to get close to 2 weeks. I can't even do math anymore. But, from the 1st to the 14th, that should be arguably 2 weeks. But say after the break, he's going to be reevaluated according to the New York Post. Tom Thibodeau and Randle have been meeting up, and has been positive between the two in terms of regards to progress, which is a great thing to see. Again, dislocated shoulder could take anywhere from 12 to 16 weeks without surgery. So again, Randle has a crazy pain threshold. He is a physical specimen. So we'll see. Now, Tom Thibodeau said he was in my office the day before we left for Houston. We had a great visit, went through some stuff. We're already processing what the next things are. He's doing very well overall, and that's unfortunate. And that's the unfortunate that he was playing at such a high level when he took on the injury. I said it at the time. The one great thing about him is the great shape. And after Randle injured his leg, he started to play with the Lakers. Again, I'm going to say maybe his 3rd or 4th season, he really took a transformation in terms of his mindset to how he was going to treat his body. You saw him, posting pictures with the abs and all that stuff, whatever. Have the big dookie chains and whatnot. And, this guy Randle has definitely talked about taking his health a lot more seriously. So he's probably going through everything he can to try to heal it, try to put his body in the best position to get that Wolverine healing X factor to get back into the swing of things, because he was playing extremely well. Not extremely, he was playing very well before he got hurt. And he even said, so Tom Thibodeau says, so I think that makes it not easier. It's never easy to come back, but because of the fact that he's in great shape, I think coming back happens faster because of that. Excuse me. The way they, of course, these are quotes, so it kind of came off a little bit weird. I apologize for that. And yeah, they said they won't. Yeah, the Knicks won't play again until February 22nd. Tom Thibodeau ends it off by saying it's going to be a constant evaluation. He's doing well, progressing, meeting all the milestones. Thibodeau said so when he's ready to go, he's ready to go. But that's another benefit of the break coming. Julius doesn't sit out with soreness. If he can play, he's going to play. But that's the whole thing, though. Is it going to be soreness or is it going to be legitimate pain? Now, they say that if you dislocate your shoulder, obviously with the healing, that 16 weeks is typically where you can start doing sports activities. But it's all going to be about his pain threshold, how much pain you could take. Now, I don't know. If you re-injure a dislocated shoulder like he re-injured the ankle, like what are the true ramifications? Now, I'm assuming something's going to happen with your labrum, one of the muscles there, which if it tears, then it's surgery time, right? And it's game over for a little while. But we'll see about Randle. I don't know exactly what the milestones are for his dislocated shoulder. Only he and Tibbs and obviously his physical therapist, doctors know. But we will definitely see what happens. I just don't think he's going to be the same physical player in the playoffs. Now, we say in the 4th right now. We play the 76ers, which would be a major, that would be a nice, not to say that we can sit up there and mollywop them, but it'd be nice to play them in the first round because, again, they don't have Embiid. Randle can be physical. You can still have guys like Tobias Harris and whatnot, Paul Reed. But, not having Embiid there definitely is a major boon for the Knicks. So Knicks got to stay in that 4th spot. And the 76ers got to stay. 76ers also got to stay in that 5th spot. Right below them, you got teams I don't want to see right now in the first round. In the Heat, you got the Magic creeping up right there, same record as the Heat in the 7th spot, and obviously the Pacers at 8. So in that 5th spot, now Knicks got to obviously hold the fort with the 4th spot, but that 5th spot, dangerous territory. A lot of teams that pose a lot of problems for us. And again, they got 27 games left. Guys got to get back healthy. But yeah, like I said, lessons we already learned, man. I spoke about them. Got to think about the future in terms of drafting guys. Drafting, not to say a game changer, but somebody who's going to be young and productive that you could have for these type of games. Pressure Achuiwa can run the pick and roll, and look what just happened with my freaking mic. And guys got to get back healthy. Jalen Brunson is a special-ass player, but he can't do it by himself. He tries. And Ed Malloy, let me say something real quick before I end the video. The NBA, now, you thought that you could take the cheap way in terms of building ratings by appealing to social media, making this a league where scoring comes at a discount, defense is at a premium, and it makes for a worse product. We see all the machinations that go behind this, or that go into the reffing from regular season to postseason where you got the same calls that some of these stars weren't getting now that they were getting in the regular season. Now they're not getting anymore in the playoffs, and we get it, and it's not working. So a new TV deal, what happens? Hey man, good luck, because this reffing situation, when people are talking about it, when former players are talking about it, when the league is talking about it, how bad the reffing is, how bad the refs consistently been the same. What's this guy's name? Gayson, whatever his damn name is. Ed Malloy, Gayson at least was the one that was there when your man got hit in the head. Was Boston Celtics? Sorry, when LeBron James got hit on a hand going up versus Boston Celtics, the same guy who called, I think it was a foul on Patrick Beverley versus the Celtics when he was the furthest guy away and there was no contact by Patrick Beverley against the Celtics. You keep having these issues, and the thing about it is you can't go back and review the play. Or you can't go back and review and take away a foul. Now you can say if it's a flagrant or not, but you can't review and take it back, right? And then there's no punishment for these refs. There's no incentive for them to be better. Why you give me a 2-minute report? I don't care. There's nothing I can do. Now the Knicks have now protested it, but let's be honest, they're not gonna win the protest. Now if they do, now you have to go back and I think play the overtime, be 5 minutes, whatever, blah blah. NBA's not gonna do that because now it's gonna be a stain on your refs. And we know how much y'all protect y'all refs. I'm hearing videos of Tony Brothers said that, oh yeah, I tried to be a judge and blah blah and it failed, and so I work as a consultant. You don't have guys who even played basketball before. And the guy Gayson, I believe, he's a former what is he? Is he a Heat fan or is he a Heat fan or Boston fan? Something like that. I think he's a Boston fan or something like that. And like every time the Boston, is it Boston? Hold on, let me see. Knicks ref versus Rockets called foul. Yeah, refs admit the mistakes. No one cares about it. It's done. No one cares about that. You messed up the game. What is it? Is it Gayson? What the hell is this guy's name? Ed Malloy. Yeah. We know it's Ed Malloy. Oh, gosh. I got to look this up a little bit. But, yeah. I'm trying to find exactly the guy's name. All right, let me see. Knicks, refs versus Houston. I want to see the refs. I know Ed Malloy was the head of it. But, do they show the names? I need to see a name. All right, crew chief Ed Malloy. Show the guy who actually called it. It wasn't just Ed Malloy. Ed Malloy was not the guy who called it. And he's literally said right after the game, oh, that wasn't a foul. What is this guy's name? Galen? Damn, so I can't find it. But yeah, there's a weird record where it's like the Heat argues with Houston. Show the damn ref's name, man. What the hell is this? It's the ball-headed ref. He looks like a mutant. What is this guy's name? Dogs. What is this ref's name? Because someone put on Twitter, they showed a stat on him. Like how bad, how shady, how funny style his record look. Let me look it up. Knicks ref. I could probably find it on Twitter. Let me see. Knicks ref. This is an awful call. Blah. It's not Ed Malloy. He was the head of the crew. Damn, so I can't find it. Someone put up a good stat on him. Hold up. A foul with no more time remaining. Oh crap! We should have had instant replay. Well, no. The rules it's saying a foul call with no time remaining on the clock at the end of the period, so it should have been reviewed. And the spread on the Knicks game, it moved from 4.5 to the Rockets. From 4.5 -4.5 for the Knicks to -1.5 with the Rockets. Let me chill. I won't even get it. I won't even get into Tim Donaghy territory, but y'all already know how I feel about The funny style of the Knicks. Just remember that spread move. But why can I not find a damn ref who ref the Knicks game? This is ridiculous. Damn, I don't want to waste too much time, man. But unless there are any punishments for these guys, where it's like you dock their pay, you stop them from reffing the playoff games, you stop them from having any primetime games, and those big Lakers versus Celtics games. Unless you do that, bro, and you gotta also scrub some of these guys in terms of you gotta move from the league, bro. Some of their records, man. If you want to, that's going too far because they're never gonna truly make this where these refs are clean, man. And why? Fine, Jason Goble. That's his damn name. Now I finally found it. Jason Goble, his name. Look him up. Jason Goble's record. Let me. He has a very funny style record. Hold up. Let me see if I can find it. Find a tweet. Is it the Hawks? No, it's not the Hawks. Yes, that's what it is. So he's a former Miami-Dade County cop. And I believe they said that when he refs the Heat's games, he's like the Heat are like 7-0. Yes, 7-0 Miami record. I apologize for that, guys. Had this long, I'll probably cut part of it. But anyway, has a 7-0 record with the Heat. You gonna sit up here and tell me that's not no funny style business? Now, granted, we didn't play the Heat, but he's had some questionable calls in some questionable games that had questionable situations. Like I said, the spread moved from -4.5 for the Knicks to -1.5 for the Rockets. Now, I'll say this. The Knicks were making a comeback. That game. So you can't sit up here and say just on the, oh, man, they just called it straight up for the Rockets. But if you remember that game, and say, I got to find the exact stats. Of course, I can't get the damn box score to show up. But if you remember the game from yesterday, the Knicks, granted, we're still missing some players. But the Knicks, actually, no, that's not it. Why doesn't this ever show up normally for me? It was yesterday, February, or 2 days ago, 12th. So, oh, come on, dogs. The Knicks had, if you look at that game, the Knicks had 12 free throw attempts. With all the contact Jalen Brunson was getting. To the Rockets' 33 free throw attempts. Whenever you think about funny style business, bro, with these refs and how the spread looks, look at the free throw attempts. Going back even all the way to your man, Dwayne Wade and the Miami Heat when they beat the Mavericks in the playoffs, in the finals. Remember how many free throws your man Dwayne Wade took that series versus what the Mavericks took? I'm just saying. I think there was games where he was averaging more than the whole Mavericks team at one point. So, look. Jalen Brunson's never going to get the calls. You had some terrible calls against Brunson that game. Like the one where Dylan Brooks literally initiated the contact, pushed off of Jalen Brunson. If he doesn't push off of Jalen Brunson, there's no contact. Though there's no contact, like impact contact, if that makes any sense. He'll just be driving into Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson was literally away, like slightly off him, maybe like an inch or two away from him. He pushing Jalen Brunson, call a foul on Jalen Brunson. Man, we could talk about that game ad nauseum. The Knicks are always going to play 5-on-8. The Knicks have been playing 5-on-8 for as long as I've been watching. Remember Melo? He's too physical to the basket. And LeBron James, who's a bit... We don't got to get into this. But guys, hit like, subscribe to the channel. Going to put out some more content to talk about this Knicks squad, the losing streak. How we went from one of the best defensive teams in the league to one of the worst defensive teams in terms of three-point shooting, in terms of points in the paint, in terms of overall field goal percentage. We can't stop a nosebleed anymore. That beautiful streak of holding teams under 100 points when Pressure Chew was here. OG Anu was here. Finito. Dunzo. So, guys gotta come back healthy. It is what it is. If not, it's going to be a wasted season. Another thing with Tibbs too, you gotta start resting some guys. We get it. You want to play these guys 38, 40 minutes, even when the game's a blowout. If these guys come back healthy and they're blowouts, sit them, Tibbs. Please. Please. We get it. But for their own health and for the health of this team for the playoffs, sit their asses. Appreciate you, Tibbs. Hit the like, subscribe to the channel. Make sure to hit the dark notification bell so you get each and every notification for each and every video. I appreciate you guys. My name is Gmo, Legion of Knicks. Peace, salute, God bless, and I will see you guys later.